it's quite bad on the microphone, I'm telling you now, because I've just checked it. But I thought I'd come down to the local park, give you the intro. As you can see, I've got the film in the background there. I'll take another video, because like I've just tried to like swap between the two videos, and like honestly it doesn't work. I can't record it in one session. So what I'll do is I'll have a walk around the park and I'll show you the local park like. But yeah, in this intro I've took my Aveco's profile from 40,000 up to 180,000 in about an hour. So guys, if you want to check it out, it's only an hour long. I've been doing like mainly the combat missions, to be honest with you, and yeah, it doesn't take too long. You know, like it says you only get 5,000 per session. Like, to be quite honest with you, you get more than that because like when you take a few when you take a few people out, you start getting paid for that as well. So to be honest with you, you're earning like more than the 5,000. And I'll show you the local pond. Like there's loads of like ducks and birds and stuff here, so yeah, I thought I'd make just like a little intro and then crack on and walk around the pond. So as you can see guys, that's the bandstand, and then a lot of the ducks and birds and that sort of like seem to sit on this bit here where you can sit like. So well, I'll just have a walk along here and then I'll show you them all. They're all really friendly, honestly, like really friendly. So but yeah, this is like the pond that we've got at like my local park. Look, I'm scaring them all off now. Just got that fountain there, like they've just installed that, like, so I don't know how long that's gonna be working for, because like usually stuff in old town tends to like they put it in and then like next minute it breaks and it doesn't get repaired for years. That's how it usually works. We've had like a water feature in the town centre and I swear down it's been broke more years than it's running, so this will probably be the same. As soon as it breaks, like I'm telling you guys, it'll be out of action for years probably, because the council just don't seem to repair anything in Old Town. Yeah, so I've been waiting for a nice sunny day, guys and girls, to come down the park and show you the footage, and that day's finally come. After recording the session on Eve for about a week ago, I've had like nothing but cloudy days. So yeah, it's just nice to come out in the sunshine for a bit, like. So yeah, like it's quite a big park where we're at. Do you know what I mean? I'll show you a bit more of it in a minute. So yeah guys, honestly I've been really enjoying my Aveco's, even though I've not put much work into it since I started making the channel about 6 months ago or something. I just haven't got around to making any more footage. I've been too busy doing the Eve Online and doing like my No Man's Skies. You see, like I've committed myself to doing about 4 video games, and honestly guys, I don't seem to be able to get the spare time to do everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope it's not too windy for you. But as you can see, like this park's quite big, like, you know, like there's some posh houses over there and then like some affordable houses over there. So as you can see, like it goes, like it's quite a big park, like. But yeah, we've got like a second fountain in there. yeah guys, so that's our little trek down to the park. I hope you enjoyed it. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of doing like session in the park and like coming down the park and doing Eve echoes from the park. That's what I'm planning on doing in the summer. I want to sit on one of them little fences over there, like on one of them benches over there, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, like, because I'd really like to get like the footage where like I'm doing like, you know, like where you can see I'm down the park, do you know what I mean? But for the minute I haven't got like, when you go on Twitch I can't seem to be able to put the camera on, you know, like you think like their app, you think you'd be able to do it, but honestly, yeah, you can't. So the only way I can record myself playing Eve Echoes is on the screen recorder off the one I downloaded. And to be honest with you guys, I don't think I want to be able to use that for Twitch. So I don't really know how I'm going to do it, apart from maybe switching between like the two apps, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so new for 2022 is I'm trying to still get into shape, whether it actually works out this time. Yeah, I'm still trying to stay committed to my workout. It's been a bit painful. I haven't been able to do much, but that's because like I've been sat in the flat doing absolutely nothing for absolutely years. You know, like, and all of a sudden I've come to like the decision, like, no, I really want to start working out again and getting back into shape. But honestly, got myself a little lockdown chin, and yeah, I'm not too happy about it, like. So like, I'm thinking about doing something ridiculous, like doing like maybe subs for squats or something, or subs for press ups or something, you know, just to make my channel a bit different. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Like, I mean, I don't have to, but I just thought it would make a change, you know what I mean? Like, every time I've been watching a bloke on the Twitch or whatever, you know, like, they don't do the same as what the women do. You know, like, the blokes just mainly play games, and that's it. They don't seem to do anything else. So I'm thinking about changing it up and doing something different, like, you know, like doing like maybe trying to film myself doing a workout video, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's been a long time since I've been in shape, guys, but I'm thinking about getting back in it. So yeah, stick with the channel, guys, and I'll bring you the 140,000 that I made in an hour. Be coming right up, guys. So as you can see, just gonna sit on the bench, got the pool, got the pond in the background. Yeah, I just wish you had more days like this, guys. Okay guys and girls, like I explained in the intro, we're going from about 40,000 to 180,000 in the space of an hour. So if you're a beginner, like I explained in the intro video that made down the path, that yeah, I've just been doing the news and then picking the missions out of there. And like, obviously, like I was explaining in the park, there's only about 5,000 for the beginner missions, but like I said, you get money for blowing up other ships. So I mean, like, sometimes I was raking in like another 17,000 from the ships that I was blowing up. Sometimes it was less, but yeah, sometimes it was at least 17,000. So I'm going to take you on the first mission, and yeah, we'll crack on with it, like, because yeah, I had a pretty good stream earlier on. I managed to get back to my 2 o'clock slot. I had a bit of a funny one in the shop.
Warp drive,
you know, like,
active.
I only had one item in the shop, like, guys and girls, and the woman in front of us said, oh, she had like a big trolley, and she said, oh, you can go in front of me. And then like about 2 seconds later, the woman in front of her said the same thing. She said, oh, you can go in front of me. I thought, I've never had 2 people, never in my life have I had 2 people say you can go in front of the shop. But yeah, quite random really, like. But it was just one of them, so I was in and out the shop in about 5 minutes, like. But as you can see, like, the beginner missions on eVephos are quite easy, like. You shouldn't have many problems with them at all. You know, like, if you click on the ship, it tells you to click focus fire. And I click that quite often. Like, I'm not sure how much it helps, but you'll see me click it from time to time. You know, so there's usually about 6 ships to take out on every mission at the beginning, from what I've noticed, guys and girls. It's not that hard, like, to be honest. Like I said, there's an X3, and yeah, you just press that targeting thing in the middle of the screen now, and it automatically locks on them all. So yeah, it's a good game. I've been enjoying playing it, to be honest. I made the video about a week ago, and I just never got to play. I really wanted to go down the park and make a video, you know, like, just to like show off my park, my local park, you know. And I was waiting for a day where it was sunny, because the videos always look better when it's sunny, like, you know, like they really do. So I just wasn't expecting it to be so windy. You know, like it wasn't that bad on the walk down, but as soon as I got to the park, because it's like more open ground, you know, like it's a bit more windier. But yeah, to be honest, it wasn't as windy as it sounds. You know, like, obviously you can see by the footage that I gave you that the first video I took, I was trying to like rotate the camera between like the between the selfie camera and the rear camera. And on my phone you just can't do it in one video. So I've had to make the videos separate and then just put them together, like. But yeah, it was 2K footage on the selfie and 4K footage on the rear. But obviously, like, the rest of the footage is 1080p off my phone. So I'm just going to upload the video at 1080p.
Warp drive active. Warp
you
drive
know, there's
active.
no point in for the 5 minutes or whatever it was of my intro, you know. It just wasn't. It's not worth doing the full thing as 4K. I'll be waiting around forever for the video.
Docking request accepted.
So yeah, I just thought, like, I get home, get me Twitch on. So I've uploaded. I've done my live stream to Twitch. I was on longer than I wanted to be, like. It ended up being a 3-hour session, which, like, I wasn't expecting. Like, I got stuck on a mission for about half an hour, 45 minutes or something, and I was just in and out the space station trying to get it done, and then, like, I nearly got it done, and then the next minute some pirate came along and took us out. Like, I couldn't believe it. I just exited the space station, right? This pirate turns up, and honestly, he followed us to the mission, didn't he? So I couldn't get the mission done because he turned up and blew us up, like. So I was devastated, but I suppose it makes for an interesting video, doesn't it? You know, like, I had people chatting to us as well in the chat window, so, like, I was chatting away to them for a bit, and then, yeah, 3 hours later it was time. Like, I've just said, nah, I've lost the shit now. It's time for another, like, I'm gonna finish off another day, I think.
Autopilot
so
engaged.
It's Saturday, guys. I'll be back on Saturday,
Undocking.
I think. And yeah, I'm just gonna carry on with me eVephos, really. I wanted to make more videos, you know, like, but I think I want to make it a YouTube
Warp drive
exclusive.
active.
You know, and I'll just do all my eVephos to YouTube and not worry about library notes. Because obviously I've got to pay every time I want to upload a video, so I thought, like, if I just keep my Eve on live and my No Man's Skies on Library and Odyssey, then if people want to contribute to the channel, you can get some footage as well. So if you wanted to watch me No Man's Skies, it only pays me a few cents, but
Destination
I
reached.
don't know, I'm after big numbers, guys. You know, like if I can get
Warp
big
drive
numbers
active.
back, getting people to pay for 3 cents each. You know, like the whole 100 sessions is only going to cost about $3. So like it's next to now, really. But yeah, we're back on another mission here. I don't have any problems in this mission, in this session. Like it goes quite well for me. You know, the ship nearly gets like took out, but like I'll survive it. You know, like as you can see, like I haven't even took out the first ship there, and my shield's all over the ground. So yeah, there was a few times on this session where I get into a bit of trouble, like, but like it's a good job I've got my armor repairer there, because like if I didn't have that, then I'd really be stuck. Like, yeah, I highly recommend an armor repairer, but it's either that or you get the shield, like you get the shield boosters or hardeners. But to be quite honest with you, I don't know whether like someone told me in the chat today, like don't run both. Either run shield hardeners or run like repair units. So I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'm still not sure what's better, like, because your shield doesn't last 5 minutes usually. It's usually gone straight away. You know, so I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of luck with the armor repairer in the beginner missions, but someone told me that it's absolute trash. Like, you know, like don't use them. But I haven't found anything else to use to replace it. See what I'm saying? Like if I go and put a shield hardener on, I find that they don't last long enough. Or like I haven't found one yet that seems to where I can last the full mission without the shield going all the way down. Because otherwise you're going to be constantly repairing your ship if you don't have an armor repairer on. So I really don't know what's best, guys. Like, I'm still at the beginning of the game, to be honest with you.
Warp drive active.
Like, well, I'm at the beginning of the game for both, like EVE Online and EVE Echoes, you know. I put a few hours into EVE Echoes, but I made another beginner mistake about at Christmas time when I was playing around with it. You know, like you get all the planetary material, and you can just go and mine it like every day, and you can, like, so I built up a big stack of it just by mining it every day. So I decided to try and sell some of our base alloy. I think it is base material or base alloy. And yeah, I had that much that I couldn't put all of it on. So I thought, right, I'll put 1,000 on. And like I only had about 100,000.
This docking request
to put that
accepted.
market order on cost me 50,000. So that's how I ended up with 40,000 today, because I put on a market order, and honestly, guys and girls, the market on EVE Echoes doesn't seem as busy as it does on EVE Online. It's I don't know whether people use it as much, or whether it's people even do use it, because I don't know. So far I haven't sold anything, so I'm hoping that's going to change in the future. Do you see what I mean? And I'm hoping that the more people get, like, maybe buy it or download it or whatever, I'm hoping that they start using the markets. But we'll just have to wait and see. You see, like, I'm looking at this item here. You see, the problem with this item is it costs so much to build, and I can't afford to buy the material to build a few of them. You know, it was saying there it's 1.5 million for the material just to build that item that I've bought. And then there was like, I've got something else, like a drone I think it is. And that was an absolute fortune as well. I can't afford to build that either. So I wish I hadn't bought that blueprint, the one I was looking at a minute ago. I've just sort of wasted my money. I thought I'd be able to use it, but I think it's like for like a mid-tier player, and I'm just at the beginning of the game still, so it's no good to me at the minute, like. So yeah, I mean, we're getting there with it, guys and girls. It's just a case of like, I've like sort of committed myself to playing like 4 games, like I said in the intro, and because I've committed myself to like 4 games, I'm struggling to like get enough hours in the day, well, in the week, just to do all the footage and, you know, like record what I want to do. And, you know, like it takes hours doing all the footage. Like I never realised at the beginning of all this how long the footage took to make. You know, like by the time you record it, then I've got to voice over it. And like today I decided to do an intro video for it.
How are you feeling, pilot?
So that took me like 2 hours by the time I walked to the park and walked back and went to the shop on the way back. You know, like, yeah, you know, like there's another hour watching it while I voice over it, and then I've got half an hour while I wait for it to render, and I've got like another hour just uploading to YouTube. You know, like honestly, I honestly can't believe how much time goes into making videos, but it's just one of them, guys. I've decided to have a go, so I'm probably going to stick with it for a few months anyway, at least. I was doing it all last year anyway, I just wasn't making that much content last year. But like I also had a problem where I was moving house. And because like I was moving house, there was like 2 months where I couldn't do much. You know, like by the time I had to pack all my gear up and then move and then unpack all my gear, you know, like I didn't start recording any sessions on the PlayStation until about August time, I don't think.
Autopilot engaged.
Which was about 3 months after I moved in.
Undocking.
So I finally got like a few No Man's Skies videos done. So I was happy with that. I managed to upload about 15 videos last year.
Warp drive
and I've done
active.
about 10 videos the year before. So yeah, I'm getting there with it. I've still got about 70 videos that I want to do. But I've been concentrating on my live so far this year. Like live streaming. I wanted to try and do a few videos live streaming, you know. Like especially after I bought my graphics card. You know, the footage was no good before I bought the graphics
Destination
card.
reached.
And because I'd only just bought it when I moved in this house,
Warp drive
I've been
active.
doing quite a bit of live streaming. Because like obviously like people can interact with you while you're playing the game, do you see what I mean? Makes it a bit more interesting than just recording the footage yourself and then uploading it and stuff. So I don't know, I've been enjoying doing my live streams. It's made a nice change to just doing the normal. You know, as much as I enjoy just playing like No Man's Skies and recording the footage while I'm doing it, I can only do so many in a week, like, before like I start getting too bored, do you see what I mean? So yeah, that's the plan for this year is, guys, try and get as many of my No Man's Skies done by the summer, so that I can concentrate on doing my EVE Online and my EVE Echoes. See, like I want to try and get the No Man's Skies finished, done and dusted, so that like I've played around with the website this year. I've just uploaded like a new update to the website, and that took us like 9 hours, guys. You know, just messing around with the website took 9 hours. Like I've done it over about 3 days, I think it was. I've done like 3-hour sessions at a time. And yeah, I'm really happy with the updates that I've done to the website. Like I've really sorted the menu system out. I never realised how much of a mess the menu system was in. So I've really sorted the menu system right out now. So that'll do for the minute. I just want to get my No Man's Skies footage finished, to be quite honest with you. And, get it finished and done. And then like, if I ever buy a PlayStation 5, I might decide to do another 100. You know, be nice, because the footage will be nice and clear for the second 100, you see what I mean? So, I don't know, that's what I'm thinking at the minute. If I ever buy a PS5, I'll definitely try and do another 100 videos and upload them to library. As you can see there, like when I've been taking these ships out on the right hand side, near where the eye is, it says I was getting there 2,600 for blowing that one. You see, you get extra money. It works different the way you online. You know, you get extra money just for blowing the ships up, whereas on EVE Online you don't. You do the mission and you only get paid for the mission. So yeah, I mean, I was just picking any random. I wasn't picking all of the 5,000 ones, but I was picking mainly the 5,000 ones to do. So yeah, I found it quite alright, to be honest with you. It was quite smooth going, you know, like it was just a case of popping. You don't even have to
autopilot engaged.
Go back to the space
Destination
station
reached.
like I didn't do there. I just went from one mission to the next mission. But like,
Warp
there's an
drive
advantage
active.
by popping to the space station. Like your shield, if you pop in and out of the space station, you get a full shield. You don't have to wait for it to, you know, like, you don't have to wait for it to charge up. So basically, if you just call in and call out, it's a quick way of charging all your stuff up. That's what I found anyway. But like I said, for the minute I found the armor repairer works well enough for the beginner missions. So make sure you're running the armor repairer, guys. Because like, it saved my bacon plenty of times. You know. Yeah, so we're cracking on with a few now, you know. At least you only take a couple of minutes to do each mission. Whereas like, it's got to the point on EVE Online now, for me, the missions are taking half an hour each. You know, they're getting really hard, and I think I'm using the wrong guns on a good ship. I think that's the problem. I need to try and look for some better guns where I'm getting long range, like I could do with long range. You see what I mean? But I don't know whether I'm ever gonna make it, to be honest. Because like, all the free guns that you pick up, they're all pretty, yeah, they're just all beginner guns, I found, mainly. I've had some rockets and stuff off the mission where, you know,
the level, the like Omega only. So I guess I'm just gonna have to sell them, because unless I buy the pack, like the upgrade, I'm not gonna be able to use them. So I think I'm gonna try and sell them, I think. But what I did notice on this game was, what I didn't notice before, was you can still loot the cargo. Like, I didn't realise there was cargo available, you know, like from the wrecks. But you'll see later on in the video that after I've done a couple of missions, I start looking for the, what's it called, it's just called where you open the cargo. You know, it's just the wrecked cargo, innit? So yeah, I decided to do that. Like, I mean, I'm in the middle of doing this, like on the story mode, but to be honest, like, I'm struggling with it. I don't know how to continue the mission, so I'll give it a quick look here, and then I go back to the news, I think, because I haven't worked out how I can carry on with these missions. Yeah, as you see, I tried clicking on a few, but it doesn't seem to do much. I can't read anything, or it doesn't explain what I've got to do, or so. Yeah, I have a scroll down and I picked some further down, I think I do. Like, I seen some that was 7,500, that one there. But I decided just to stick to the top, and I thought, like, I'll just, oh no, I do, there's a 7, oh no, I thought I picked the 7,500 one there, I must have picked the 4,000. Yeah, so obviously each mission's got its own story and that you read through and stuff like that, which, I don't know, it makes
Autopilot engaged.
Quite interesting, you know.
Warp drive active.
Just glad I got me footage done from earlier on. Like, I really fancied to walk around the park for the intro, you know. It just makes a change having an intro rather than just going straight into the game footage. Do you see what I mean?
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so it was a few jumps away, this one, I think. From what I can remember.
Warp drive
Yeah,
active.
so basically what's been happening is I've been doing a few missions on this game, but I forgot to pick up the loot every time I've done a mission. There doesn't seem to be as much loot guard in this game as on EVE Online, from what I've noticed. That's what I've noticed anyway, there's not as much loot. There's about 1 or 2 ships that you can loot the wrecks, but that's about it, like. Whereas obviously on EVE Online,
Warp drive
I've had
active.
like 20 wrecks that I can go and loot afterwards, you know, like 20 wrecks. Like, you're picking up, like, I looked at one of my cargo holds from one of the missions that I've done before, and the mission only paid a pathetic amount, but I got 750,000 in loot. You know, like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe how much loot was in my ship just off like one mission.
Warp drive active.
So I really need to crack on and pick the loot up in this Eve Echoes, because Eve Online, there's loads of it. Like, you can make a fortune if you can sell it, that is. Obviously it gives you an estimated price, so it was probably only worth maybe 600,000. Yeah, it was plenty, to be honest with you.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, I've tried playing around with the software on my phone, guys and girls, but it does say you can record the microphone, but I can't record the game footage and the microphone at the same time. Like, I bet there's a piece of software out there that I can download off the Play Store, but for the ones I've been playing around with, you can't do it. Like, it's either microphone only, or it's
Warp drive active.
game music. So I don't know why they've done that and why you can't do both. So I'm having to like voice over it on the computer rather than
Distant
do it
docking
on,
request accepted.
you know, like, that's how I've been doing it anyway. I've been voicing over on the computer and then uploading to YouTube afterwards, just because like
Autopilot
Movie
engaged.
Maker makes it quite simple, to be honest with you.
Undocking.
So once I worked out how to do it, it was a case of like, yeah, I think I'll just keep doing it like this. It's an easy way of doing it.
Warp drive active.
And obviously, like, it doesn't take that long when I make the video. It only takes about half an hour to render a full hour. So I just go and cook something to eat, or, you know, watch a bit of TV while I'm waiting. So yeah, I'm thinking about, I've been playing Dirt 5. It was a PlayStation 3 game, you know, like, from the start.
Warp drive active.
It was this month's, it was January's free game, so I've been streaming a bit of that, like, and I've done the first stream to YouTube. When was it? I think it was last night, I think it was. Yeah, and it went quite well. I had some people chatting in the chat, and I had 2 concurrent viewers, and yeah, second viewer hung around for about half an hour, so he started talking to us. So I was happy with that, like.
Warp drive active.
It made my video better, you see what I mean? So I was on for about 2 hours, and then I decided to knock it off, like. But I was hoping to try and get it on tonight. But by the time I make this video now, it's going to be 7:30, and then I've still got to render it and upload it. I'm not going to get the PlayStation turned on until about 9 o'clock. So I don't know, I might give it an hour or something.
Warp drive active.
Maybe an hour or 2. But like I said, I've already streamed for 3 hours today already. To Twitch, so I don't know, I might do like, I'm trying to put out a lot of footage in 2022. You know, it's took us about 3 weeks to get into it, but now that I've got into it, I seem to be on a roll for the minute.
Warp drive active.
Just need to keep at it, bring some viewers to the channel, or keep some people that are happy. Hopefully I'll get some more followers at some point, because it makes your channel better, you know, like, you get recommended then by YouTube, to see what I mean, like. You see, like, I don't know whether you lot have noticed, but whenever you type in the search and you're searching for a video, YouTube always offers you the most popular video. You know, like,
Warp drive
you have to
active.
scroll right far down before you start finding the people that have only got 10 views. You know, they only seem to promote people that have got thousands of views, like 500,000 views and stuff. You know, like, that's all that's I seem to get promoted on my YouTube when I look at it. Which means that, like, for someone starting out, it makes it quite hard. You know, like, when I looked for my Dirt 5 video yesterday, I put PS4 in Dirt 5, and I scrolled miles down the list, and I still wasn't there.
Warp drive
So I had
active.
to type something else in, like part of my name, and then I was top video then. But if I hadn't typed part of my name in, I would have been, I don't think I would have found it. I don't know how these people found it yesterday. Like, when I live streamed, I was well surprised someone joined in the chat. You see, I always think it's quite hard finding the live streams on YouTube. I know how to do it now, but for years I didn't have a clue how to
Warp
find the
drive
live
active.
streams. Yeah, so we're on a bit of a mission here. We should be there soon. It was quite far away from where I was based, like.
Warp drive active.
Here we go.
Destination reached.
You see, unfortunately, when I'm reading this, I can't read it because it's the window in Movie Maker's quite little, and like, even though I've got it on the telly, I still can't read the writing. So, you know, I can only read like the undock button. That's big enough. Yeah, it's a shame that they've made the thing so small. They could have done making it a bit bigger, like the viewing screen. It makes it quite hard to voice over your video when you're struggling to see it, like. But I do like the software, it is good though. It's definitely worth the £5 that you paid to get the Pro, guys. Honestly, I bought the Pro straight away after I played around with the software for a couple of days. And I just decided, right, since it's a £5, I'm gonna buy it. And yeah, I've not looked back, like.
Autopilot engaged. Undocking. Warp drive
Yes, I'm
active.
gonna be well impressed if you all make it through this far into the video now. I'm starting to get somewhere. Hopefully I'm gonna start looking for the loot soon.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, there's some serious amount of space travel going on in this game, like normally it's not too bad, you know, but I've just been for an absolute mission there, haven't I? Yeah, so like I said,
Warp
I'm
drive
thinking
active.
about doing squats and press ups for subs. Like, I don't know whether I'm making a huge mistake here, like guys. You know, like I've been working out a little bit, but I wanted to do something today. But by the time I've messed around and done my live stream, I need to cook something to eat in a minute, and then yeah, make this video. I don't think I'm gonna get time. I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. It's just my content's been
Warp
like
drive
getting in the
active.
way of it. Like, you know, like I said, like if you've been watching my videos, I hurt my arm about back in December time, and I'm not kidding you. It's still not right now. Like, it's getting better. Like, it's getting to the point where like I can use my arm without feeling it anymore. But like, as soon as I start picking my shopping bag up or walking like down from the supermarket back to the house with my shopping, I can feel it. Like that day, when
Destination
like, or the next
reached.
day, you know, like I can feel it. It's still not right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Warp drive active.
So as you can see there, I'm up to 130,000. We're getting somewhere. Here we go, here's the next mission. Finally got there. See, that's me clicking on focus fire. You can't see me clicking the button. Yeah, so basically, for a beginner player, you want to be going to the news all the time. That's where I've been getting all the missions. Just straight out the news. And I've been struggling with the storyline for a minute. It just hasn't been working out properly. Like, I've got stuck with it. I'll try and work out what I've done wrong. I'm not sure if I've got to sell so much gear before I can complete the next mission. It was talking about that I've got to sell so many grand's worth of gear before I can level up in a certain area. So you know, they were saying I've got to sell so many grand's worth on the markets before I pass the lit, before I tick it off basically. And I'm on my way to doing a couple of the missions, but I haven't been able to sell anything in the markets. It's so, like, nobody seems to be buying anything that I put up. So I think what I'm going to do, right guys and girls, is I'm going to build up some money. I'm going to try and build up over $1 million. And then I'm going to try the markets again. And I'm going to try and like not go under $1 million. See what I mean? So that's the plan for the minute. I'm going to try and put some hours into it so that I can get a bit further in the game. I can't believe how well this game looks on a phone. Like, honestly, I'm well impressed with how well it looks. Yeah, so guys and girls, sorry about the 8-minute intro. I thought it was only going to take maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
Warp drive
I wasn't
active.
expecting it to be an 8-minute intro, like. But Yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoy my local park. I thought I'd bring like a nice sunny day to you, just to make a change out the videos, you know. Like I really want to use my phone more, because like I'm really happy with the camera, and the camera's really what looks it's really good. Like,
Warp drive active.
yeah, so we're off to the next mission. I've stopped popping in and out the space station just to refuel, just to recharge the
Destination
fuel.
reached.
Like, you know,
Warp
it's a
drive
waste of time
active.
when it doesn't last 5 seconds. You know, like it's gone in seconds normally. So I've just been surviving with the armor repairer. Yeah, so like I said, I'm sure there's a bit soon that I'll get to where I'll start looking at the loot. Like, I think it's right at the end of the game, to be honest. Like, it's right at the end of this session, I think. Yeah, looks like a massive space station, like funny shape. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. But it was just something different, wasn't it? I suppose you could call it a space station. It's probably a refinery or something like that, you know. I don't really know my stuff yet to plank it up. Yeah, so like I said, you go to encounters, then you go to news. And I've just been picking these. I've just left it on beginner. And like, I've just been picking any of them. Like, I decided to go for a £3 one this time. Because like I said, you earn plenty of money by blowing the other ships up. You get like £3 just for blowing one up. See, this is a tutorial that it keeps bringing up. But like I said, I think we've ticked all of it off, like. Or most of it, anyway.
Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active.
Yeah, so I think I might have a little play on it later on, like, you know, while I'm waiting for this YouTube video to upload.
Warp drive active. Destination reached. Warp drive active.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I've noticed, that I brought up an extra window that I didn't even know how to do it, and I think what you do is, I think how you bring that up is it's either a long press on the ship, I think it is, to bring that circular menu up. It's not something I've used before. Yeah, you seen me click focus there, didn't you? Focus higher there. It doesn't always show up for some reason. Like, it doesn't seem to look like I've highlighted it. Because I click orbit and then I click focus fire, I think. And it automatically sets the guns off for you. Yes, we're getting there now, aren't we? Can't be too far away from the 180,000 that I managed to get to. We're getting there. There, that window there. I think you long press on the ship, I think. Or you just tap the ship, I think. I can't remember. But I need to take a look and give it a good read, because like I didn't even realise how you bring it up. But I've seen other YouTubers do it, but I didn't know how to do it. You know, like I've seen them using it all the time, so it must be useful if they're using it. Yeah, so I'll just give the missions a read usually, you know, because they're not always as straightforward as just going out and blowing ships up. Like most of them are fairly simple, but you get the odd one like I've had on here online where sometimes you don't even have
warp drive active.
You've just got to go to the area, then you approach like a mining base or something, and then as soon as the enemy turns up, you've just got to warp out, and that's all you've got to do. You don't even have to blow them up somehow. So it's always, you're always best off reading. Because like I said, sometimes you don't even have to blow the enemy ships up. You just need to report the location.
Destination reached. Warp drive active.
Yeah, so I decided to scroll right in on the ship for a change. Something. That was a bit of a nightmare. What's gone wrong here?
Autopilot engaged. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there, like I'll have to check the video out. Yeah, the telly went into standby mode because yeah, it sort of knocked the video off at the same time. You know, because I hadn't moved the mouse in nearly 45-50 minutes or so. the screen went blank. So I'm just hoping that like it's not messed too much of my recording up.
Warp drive active.
But we're not far from the end now anyway, guys and girls. There's only about 5 minutes before it's yeah, before we're over.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so I reckon like it'll either be this be the last mission, or there'll be one more before the end. But
Warp
like,
drive active.
yeah, I'll tell you what I could do with doing. Just trying to minimise the chat because I've got no control over the chat in the chat window there. I don't think you can minimise it though. Like I think it was I think that is the minimum.
Destination reached.
And then it just goes bigger from there on, I think. Yeah, you see this mission here was scanning something. So like if you didn't read it, you'd expect a battle. But like I said, you would report it to go and scan an area. And then all you've got to do is just do one, I think, after that.
Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, so I must have looked for the loot a different day maybe, guys. But there's definitely loot to be had. You press the little eye symbol on the right hand side there.
Autopilot
A little grey
engaged.
eye, where there's like 3 numbers. And then like, you can look at the wrecks after you've created them. And it's just a simple job of like, clicking on it and picking the loot up. I thought I'd done it in this video, but maybe I must have
Warp
done
drive
it
active.
by myself on a day. I thought I'd done it on this video, like.
Warp drive active.
Yeah guys, so here we go. This is it pretty much, 184,000 in a, well, 140,000 in
Warp
an
drive
hour.
active.
So I hope you enjoyed my little trek around the park earlier. And like I said, I'm thinking about live streaming to Twitch down there in the summer. I think I want to go down the park and sit on the bench or something and do me live streaming down in the park for a change, just to do something totally different. You see what I mean? You know, I want to pick a nice sunny day and I want to park myself in the park for an hour or two and
Warp drive
enjoy
active.
the sunshine, I think. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the summer, guys and girls. So stick with the channel and you'll see a bit more of my local park again. Because like I said, if I start doing subs for squats, you're all going to want to see it. You're all going to want to see me struggle, I'm telling you. So I need to get me practicing for the next few months, don't I? Just in case like someone decides to wildly tip me, do you know what I mean?
Warp drive active.
You know, it'll just be my luck, do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? So I think all I do here is I just go back to the base and then knock the video off, guys and girls. So
Docking request accepted.
thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Like I said, check out my other channels and stuff. And like I said, it's all available. Most of it's free. It's only the No Man's Skies that isn't. So I'll catch you later.